everybody. Thanks for hanging out with Ozark Mountain Mamas. I am Mama Tina.
Mama Amber.
And welcome to another episode of Dock Talk. It is a beautiful day down on the dock, and we are so excited and so blessed to have the opportunity to be out here together and enjoying this wonderful weather. And I'm glad that we had time to come down here today.
Yes.
We had time to do this.
Or we made time.
We made time. We scheduled some time to do this. And so today we want to talk to you about time management and about making time for the things that are important. So Amber and I both have similar strategies, and then we also have some strategies that are different to help us stay on track and make time for the things that are important for us, not just our families, but also for fun and our fishing time and our running and all of those things. So Amber, what are some of your more effective strategies to make time?
For me, time management is lots of lists and calendars. I currently have a work calendar, a home calendar. I have a calendar on my phone that's connected to my emails, and then I have a calendar book that goes everywhere with me. So because I schedule so much, I schedule work, I schedule family time, I schedule activities, I schedule, as moms, we have to schedule all our kids' activities, dentist appointments, all that kind of stuff. So I have to keep a very, lots of different calendars so that I can remember it, because ever since I had children, I can't remember things like I used to be able to. So I have to have it written down in multiple places, because if I'm at home and I'm like, oh, I have a work thing, then it's at work. So that's why I have so many. That's how I do it. And I have to-do list. I make a to-do list every day for work, at work for my work stuff. And then I usually have a to-do list that I make for home stuff. And I usually only have one or two things on that. And sometimes I'll do a daily one, or I'll do a weekly one. Okay, I want to try to do this for the week. Or, oh, I want to try to do these things for the weekend. So that's what I have. What about you? What's your strategy?
I also love lists, and
We're list people.
I love making multiple lists. Like I have fun lists, and I have work lists, and I have home lists. So I too make a list every single day at work, and I try to prioritize. You know, I kind of put things in order from most important to least important. But sometimes I find that the things I really don't want to do, or the things that kind of really stink, they tend to just get pushed down. So then sometimes, usually at least a couple times a week, I have to go, okay, I have to get some of these things done. And so then I prioritize. If I only get 3 things done today, it's going to be these 3 things. And so then I'll number those things. And I only have one book now that goes everywhere with me, and so it has a monthly view, and then it has the daily view. So a lot of the just big things that I need to kind of remember, I'll put on my monthly view, and I'll have notes, different things. And then on the daily, that's when I have all of the little things, where this day might say, this is housework day, or this is yard work day.
I also have
fishing day.
Yeah, I also have a schedule at home that is for meal planning, which is our meals for the whole week, and also has zone cleaning for my children. So on the menu plan is also the zone cleaning, so that the children know, okay, this week this is what I'm cleaning, and this is what the other one is cleaning. And then there's no, oh, I did that. It's on a list. That's what helps us. But we would love to hear how you guys manage your time. What techniques do you use? Because maybe it would help us.
Yes.
Yeah, for
definitely.
Sure. So,
one other thing that kind of hit me this week too, I was, I have thoughts at random times when you least expect them, and so I'm brushing my teeth, and it's kind of been bothering me, because I feel like with everything going on in the world right now, I feel like a lot of life is just on hold. And so I've been thinking, when the weather gets better, I'll get out and do this. I'll get back to exercising. When this whole virus thing is over, we can really get back on a schedule with working out at the gym, and when this is over, when this passes, when we get through this, and then it just really hit me that our whole life is the in between. You're born and it starts, and then you die.
Yep.
And if you constantly are saying, when this is better, when this is fixed, when my kids are grown, or when I have less stress going on, or when financially something's different, I just feel like you continuously just put things off, and then you wake up and you're 40. I know about this one, you wake up one day and you're 40 and you're like, oh my gosh, where has my life gone? And so that's kind of been a big thing for me this year too.
I think that's great.
To realize
my daughter is just learning to drive. She's 14, and I realized, oh my gosh, our kids are growing up so fast. And when you're a kid, when I was growing up, my parents always said, what did they always say? Oh, don't wish your life away is what it was. They're like, don't wish you were 16. Don't wish you were 20, because that time is going to come so fast. And I really wish that I had known things when I was younger. Like, not when I was 16 or 21 even, but I wish that when I was in my 20s and mid to late 20s, that I had found a lot of resources sooner, so that I was braver, I guess, to do things, like you're saying, you're 40 and you're like, oh my gosh, where'd time go? But yeah, for me, I wish I had found a lot of the self-help books or people who would have pushed me a little harder then. But we all find our time, I guess. Yeah. But yeah, so like Tina was saying, don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Don't wait for this to end. Yeah, live your life now, because you may not, tomorrow's not promised.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But in the meantime, you got to schedule your stuff. You got to manage your time.
Yeah.
Because we have families, we have work, we have to make money. Yeah. So whatever works for you, or if you're still looking for ways. I mean, it took me a really long time to know that I needed 4 calendars.
Yeah.
And hopefully one day I won't need 4 calendars.
Yeah. I used to have multiple calendars, and then it got really hard to keep up and then sync them. So now I try to put everything in in one place. But I do set reminders, and I do have lists on my phone that, kind of help out tying those things together.
Yeah. I think hopefully, I still have 2 really young kids. Hopefully when they are a little older and I don't have to worry about their dentist appointments, their eye appointments, maybe I won't need so many lists.
Yeah.
Or so many calendars.
Yeah.
Although then it'll be me and my husband's doctor's appointments and whatever. But yeah, so like she was saying, we live the in-between. And there's a poem out there called The Dash. You should look it up. I'm not sure who wrote it, but it says that you live your life in the dash, which is between your date of birth and your date of death. And guess what, guys? That is now.
The time is now.
The time is now. And get out there, do the things that scare you, do the things that you just never thought you would do, but you want to do it. Stop doing the things you don't want to do anymore.
That is such a huge thing for me. Oh my gosh. And I work with people all the time that they have stuff in their life that they don't like, and it's not serving them. And I'm like, well, why don't you have to get rid of that stuff before you can make room for the good stuff. There's no room for the great, wonderful, amazing things if every inch of your life is filled with the junk that you don't like, that doesn't serve you.
Right.
And sometimes making those changes can be really hard, but I can tell you from experience, it is so worth it.
Yeah.
It's so worth it.
Tina, we've known each other, I don't know, a long time. And Tina hasn't ever been really a no person.
Yeah.
But she is getting better and better, because as women, we tend to just say, yes, we can do this. But you have to learn to say no, or your life is, you're just living everyone else's life.
Yeah.
You
And
have to be able to say no.
And I think, again, waking up in that day that I turned 40, and it was like, oh my gosh, you know, this is really my life that I have to live. And my personality, just in general, I know that I was put on this earth to be an encourager and a helper and a teacher, and so that makes me naturally inclined to be accommodating to other people, even when it's at my detriment.
Right.
And so I can honestly say this last year, I made huge decisions
Yep.
about who was in my life and what activities filled my life, and what I would tolerate and what I would not tolerate. And
She really has, and we're really proud of her.
yeah,
Yes.
it's good.
So
It's good.
And I have tried to stick up for myself more.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing that I noticed, that I'm not as much as an accommodator as Tina. I'm reading this book right now. It's called I Want to Be in Charge, or some. I think that's the name of it, and it's great. I recommend it for any woman who's in the workforce and has families and all that. It really is like, you don't want to just always be in the background.
Yeah.
You know, you need to put yourself first. Put yourself first sometimes. That's the other thing. We're talking about time management and managing our families and our work, but not once did we say really that we were putting time for ourselves.
Yeah.
So remember, you got to take care of yourself so you can take care of others.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep.
For sure. So again, please leave comments below of how you manage your time. Just like, subscribe, all those good things. I think that's it.
I think so too.
Yeah. Just
right.
live the in-between.
Live it.
Live it. This is Ozark Mountain Mama Amber.
And Tina.
Out.